Welcome into today's broadcast right here at Cog Hill Farm. Now, Peaches wouldn't let Nugget into the house for this episode, so here's Jason, Brooke, and our chicken master, Marycarl.
What is up, everybody? This is another episode of the Cogcast podcast. This is Jason and Brooke, a.k.a. Mrs. Cog Hill.
And the invisible Marycarl.
Invisible Marycarl. Marycarl was tired. She didn't want to come podcast with us tonight.
She came in the house just a minute ago, and she had spilled a duck water all over her jeans.
Yes.
And she said that she was tired.
She was done.
She was done for the day, so.
She was not going to podcast with us.
She's been talking about what she wanted to talk about. Well, she's been speaking to us about what she'd like to talk about. So I have a feeling she may visit.
She'll be back.
She will.
She'll be back.
Are you going to finish your adjustment so we can get on with it?
Yeah. We got a new camera, so I'm kind of piddling. This is our first podcast with a camera.
I didn't get a new camera. It's all about Jason because I have no clue.
My soundboard got bumped.
Did I do it? Now look, you're going to tear something up if you don't just sit still and just be done with it.
Okay, I'm done. I'm not.
How are you today, sir?
I'm doing well.
We're starting over.
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Great.
Had a little rain this morning, but it ended up being a pretty day.
It did, and the garden needed some rain, so I'm glad it came.
And this is our second podcast, I believe, since you have been.
Yeah,
I call it retired. He calls it farmer, whatever.
Yeah, I told you, and this is funny because me and Daniel Arms talked this week, and we were talking about, he called me and congratulated me is what he did. And, we got talking about the wording, and it was funny you said that because you've been saying retired, and I said, well, I kind of feel weird saying retired because I think of somebody that's retired, they're not working anymore, they're retired.
Well.
But I just got a different job. I work for myself now.
I don't look at it that way.
And he said he felt the exact same way as I did. He hated using that word, retired, but also hate using the word quit because that sounds so negative that I quit my job.
Well, y'all can tell Daniel that I said he retired because state trooper life is over for him, and now he is retired.
I guess that's true.
That's right.
I guess that's true.
For you, the automotive industry is in the past, and you are retired.
I guess so.
So,
but I'm still working.
Well, he is too.
He is too.
But there are a lot of retired people that continue to work.
Yeah.
For instance, our friend Katie's dad is about to retire from his job.
But he's still got cows.
But he has had 600 head of cows for many years.
Yeah.
And he will continue to work those cows. However, he is retiring from his job. From his
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
I guess that sounds right. I guess it sounds right.
So, I mean, you say what you want to, but
I guess so. It sounds right. I'm going to start saying retired.
Yeah. And you tell Daniel to say that too.
Tell Daniel to say that too.
Tell him Mrs. Cog said you're retired.
Yep.
I'm sure he'll agree.
Oh, me. I'm sure he will too. It was the conversation with him was he wanted to know how was my first week, and a lot of people have been asking me that. How's the first week been? And it hasn't hit me at all. It still doesn't seem real.
You see me grinning, don't you?
Yeah, I know. It just all just seems weird. I don't know. It's just hard to explain right now. And he told me it would probably take me a good 2 to 3 months or even longer to finally get adjusted to it.
Wasn't his question, so how long has it been since you retired? Because he didn't know
he
how
didn't know
far
when
in
the
advance.
video. Yeah, he didn't know when the video came out versus when did I actually retire.
You are learning. You learn fast.
I know. So and I told him, I said, this is my first week. I'm not even got a full weekend yet. And he was like, oh, wow. He said, so it's really crazy to you right now. And I said, it's so strange. And, the one comment that he made that hits hard is that when you're editing videos, because we were so used to editing at night,
Yes.
Everybody's gone to bed, you're done your day job, and then you would go edit.
That's right.
And he's like, one of the hardest things for him, and it has been for me too, is editing your videos during the day because they're going to take you a solid 4 hours.
So taking time out of a beautiful day when it's sun shining outside, and
you think you should be doing something outside, you should be working on something. You're just so used to it, and it's kind of tough to edit videos. But I'm gonna tell you, it's been so much better. I can see my sleep habits changing now.
I'm still grinning.
I can see that I'm going to bed a lot earlier.
And you feel more rested?
I feel more rested, and I'm waking up, like I told, was it day before yesterday, I was up pretty early, around 5:30, and I had everything done before y'all even got up.
That's right. I felt lazy. I did, because we were in a routine of, Marycarl and I watched TV before we go to bed. When you're editing, we're watching a documentary or something.
Right.
And so we had gotten in a routine, to where it was just our routine.
Yeah.
And when we got up, we would go feed and take care of everything. And now it's just so different for me. I find myself not getting the exercise I was getting.
Yeah, that's true.
However, I still do, try to help you out. But for the most part, everything's taken care of. It's just I feel more like a housewife than a farmer.
Yeah, well, I don't want you to take anything away from you.
Oh, hey, don't worry. I'm gonna still help you out. No.
Well, it ain't like you're just not doing anything. You are helping me out. You'll see in the video. She's still in the videos, but
yeah, I'm still in the videos, and I'm still, we're
doing
still working
chores.
together.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I have more attention to things that need to be done here.
Yeah, I can see that.
Versus
worrying about the outside stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I would rather be outside.
Right.
Not that I would rather be doing your job. I don't mean that.
Right.
But I'm just an outside kind of person.
Yeah.
But some things that needed to be taken care of were being put on the back burner simply because animals have to be fed.
Yeah, animals have to be fed and watered.
Dishes don't have to be washed.
No, you're right.
You're
right. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
My clothes that needed to be put away that sat in a basket are being put away.
Right.
Because I have more time to do housewife chores. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
So
that makes sense.
You'll be able to see over the next few weeks. It's probably not present right now. We live in a mess constantly, and that's just because we live life to the fullest.
Yeah, and we
work
critters everywhere.
And we work till our head hits the pillow.
That's true. We do, and plus we got the new farm, so we're constantly going over there just about every single day.
Yes.
So,
and not to say that gets old. I don't mean that in any way, and I don't mean to sound overworked. It's just things that can be put on the back burner do get put on the back burner.
Right.
And I'm sure it'll be that way.
I'm sure it'll be. I think it's.
But I must say, this is 1 week and 1 day in.
Yes.
And I have enjoyed every minute of it.
Well, thank you. I've enjoyed it too. It's been really, really. Fun. That's not the word. Really,
you've worked harder than you would have worked at your day job. I'm sure.
Yeah, well, I was showing her
in a different kind of way.
I got an app on my phone that keeps up with my steps. And
you see if you can find it, and I'll keep talking.
And
so he has an app on his phone that keeps up with his step. He has a watch, but he doesn't always remember to put it on. So he was showing me the other day of what his desk job steps look like versus what his Cog Hill steps look like.
If you're watching the podcast, you may can see it. I don't know. It may not focus in. This new camera.
It looks good.
Okay. The red is my
desk
normal workday desk job. And I was averaging probably about 2,500 to 3,000 steps a day when I was at my desk job. Now look how it spikes.
Go on to the other days.
Look how it's spiking. Look, it's staying, because now it's like I'm hitting right at 10,000 almost every day, and then I have spikes like a day for yesterday. I was at 16,273. So
whereas I was on average 10,000 a day. That was my average, and today I am at 6,700. So you can see the difference.
Yeah.
I'm just not doing as much chore work as I was.
Well, I'm handling it. yeah, like that was one thing that I'm noticing more than anything is my sleep pattern is really, really starting to change.
In a good way.
In a good way, because I would stay up to nearly midnight every night,
That's not healthy.
and then have to get up at
5 o'clock.
yeah,
And then that's uninterrupted sleep being 5 hours.
yeah. So it was getting
And
rough.
you were interrupted, so.
So now it's this really going because this morning I didn't get up. Well, I got up early, but I've been getting up. I mean, 5:30. I'm ready to roll.
Well, I got up and I looked out the window and I saw you.
Yeah.
Saw you already down there feeding, and I was like, "Oh, I'm such a loser. I'm such a loser."
Oh, yeah, that's funny.
But I do require more rest than you.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not a big sleep person, so I don't. I'm one of those people that don't require 8+ hours every night.
And
I'm
I
just
do.
not.
I do. If I don't get my 8 hours, then I'm not very nice.
Yeah, but everybody's different.
That's okay. That's why we work well together.
Yes, that is why. You got that ticking on.
Jason has lost it.
It's like something hitting the window.
No, I did hear something a little bit ago, but
Must be a
nobody else
bug.
can hear that. So they might start sending you a check for your hearing special noises. But it has been an awesome couple of weeks, I must say. Well, not couple of weeks.
1
it's
week.
Not a couple of weeks.
It feels like I told you today. I feel like I've been at home for 6 months. It's
Wow.
it's really strange. It's so strange.
Yesterday evening, today is Monday, we were at the land,
Mm-hmm.
and it was approaching late afternoon. We knew some rain was coming in. And typically on a Sunday afternoon, we would
Oh,
be
gosh.
hustling to get home because we had to get bathed, we had to eat dinner, we had to get ready for school the next day when Marycarl was in school. I had to iron clothes.
Yep.
We had to, just pick up mess from previous days and get ready for a new week. And Jason said yesterday at about 5:30 or so, I don't have to go to work tomorrow. And so that tells me he wanted to say he was retired, but he didn't say it.
That's right.
He knew he was coming home to work on video and get some things together. So he is working, but it was a good feeling knowing that he didn't have to go to his desk job.
That's right. Well, I worked, edited today.
That's right.
While y'all went to town and got feed.
That's right. We went to town and got some feed and picked up a few things.
Yep.
And Jason stayed home, and that was just our normal routine. We go by the post office, check the P.O. box. Not anything you would have wanted to do anyway, really, right?
Right.
So it's not like he missed out on a fun girls trip or anything. Marycarl has to go by, see if there's any chicks or ducks that have came in. I wonder when this is going to end anyway. I don't mean Marycarl wanting chicks or ducks. I mean...
chick days?
Yeah, chick days. Wonder when they're going to end.
I don't know. We need to Google that.
Need some inside information if y'all know
We
any.
need to Google that. When's chick days in? I
When
don't
does
know.
chick days end?
I don't know.
It's probably not soon. Last
Probably not
year,
soon.
because of COVID, sales were crazy, and they went all the way through the summer. They never stopped. They went through October last year.
Wow.
So if that's the case, we've got a little
We're
ways
in
to
trouble.
go. Yeah,
We're in trouble.
I am in trouble.
I'm
I'm just glad we don't have Uber here.
I'm glad that she's over, they had Dominique's the other day, and she would have bought them. She would have bought them.
She wants only very. They're
Just-
special to her.
Just weird breeds that aren't normal.
And I
and
said
she's-
I'm glad we don't have Uber here because she would probably be calling them to take her back just to make sure nothing else came in.
And I will tell y'all this about her. When it comes to these chickens, she's dead serious. I mean, she's serious. We go in the store, she has met no stranger that works at Tractor Supply. It don't matter what store we're in or whatever. She's going to talk to somebody
And that's so different than
about
Jason.
those chicks. Somebody.
And I
if-
wouldn't have done it at her age either. I
No.
would not have went and, excuse me, sir.
Excuse
Excuse
me.
me. Do you have any chicks in the back that you hadn't put
Can
out?
I go look at the chicks in the back?
Excuse
what
me,
chicks do
sir.
you have in the back?
Could I just take a peek at them? Sir, I had one that didn't make it, and and I purchased 4, and it was on May the 18th. You can look us up. We're in the Neighbors Club. My number is such and such, and I need a replacement.
That's her. And they can't say
And
no.
I'm like,
because she's got her facts. And this has nothing to do with us. We haven't told her anything. She's got it down to a science.
she didn't
knows.
ask me to, Mama, can I go talk to this person?
No, she goes, stops them. She flags them down. She's flagging them.
Sir, ma'am.
I'm waiting for her one day to say, well, can I speak to the manager?
That's when they're going to say, I am the manager.
Oh,
I
man.
think they admire her boldness because here's this little bitty girl and she's like, knows her stuff about chickens. A lot of them's mouths like this.
What's funny is that our Tractor Supply knows her.
Oh, yeah.
But
They say, girl, you know your way around here. Go on to the back and go look.
But since we're, going back and forth to the farm, we passed a few Tractor Supplies and we went and picked up a dog kennel today. And there was another Tractor Supply, and it was one we went to. I can't remember which one it was. And the lady was buying chicks, and they had, I want to say it was Brahmas and Morans in the thing together. And the Tractor Supply lady had grabbed the wrong ones, and Marycarl corrected her. She said, no, ma'am, those are not the Brahmas. You need to put those back and give her the Brahmas.
But she doesn't do it in a...
She wasn't being ugly. She was not being ugly or whatever. But
It's
she was
a
like,
mannerly way.
ma'am.
That's what she says. Sir,
ma'am. Those are not those. The Brahmas have got feathers on their feet. Those don't have
That's
feathers
not
on their feet.
feathers on their feet. And
And then today we were at one. We was in one in Millbrook today.
That's
Millbrook,
right.
and I've never been in it. And she told me once. And she got so tickled about it. They had handwritten. Most of the Tractor Supplies that got the pre-made tags.
stickers,
that go on.
yeah.
This
They come in the box. And the reason I know that is because this past week we actually went and picked up some chicks at the post office for our Tractor Supply.
Oh yeah.
And they told us we could look inside the box because the label would be right inside there and
That's
see
so
what
funny.
breed they were if we wanted to.
Yeah.
If we wanted to. So what were you saying? Handwritten?
So they had handwritten tags on this, and this one said, I can't remember what chicken it said, and she told me, she said, "That's wrong, Daddy. Those are those are cream leg bars. They're
Yeah,
crest."
she kept telling
She
us
said,
they
"Look,
were cream
they
leg
got
bars.
crest on them, Daddy. They're not such and suches. They're crested
She
cream
was
leg
upset
bars."
about that.
She was like, they're somebody's gonna buy the wrong chicken.
And I don't think we've been in that Tractor Supply, but maybe 3 times. One time was we went and got you were sick, and she and I went and got the big tractor, the big Kubota.
Oh, okay.
We went to Alexander City, and we had to go through Millbrook.
I got you.
And so we had to stop and make sure they didn't have any chicks. Well, that's where we got the Seabrights from.
Oh, okay.
And so she told me, she said, Mama, that guy has helped me with chicks every time. I was like, every time? What are you talking about? She's like, the last time when I got the Seabrights, he was the one that put them in the box for me. I have never seen the guy before in my life.
It's funny.
But she remembered.
She remembers. She's something else now when it comes to them chickens. Now she is dead serious.
It changes her whole personality. When she gets on that subject and starts talking about chickens or ducks or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's just outside the box of what her normal personality is.
It is. She turns into a very serious person. She's not playing any games.
She's
when it
not
comes to
playing
them
any
chicks.
games.
0 games being played.
So, speaking of going to the land,
And talking about a dog kennel, we're thinking about, we're going to more likely.
we're not having another baby.
No. This is funny. Is that I want to do the garden, and we had talked about, me and you had talked about it, and then I mentioned it in the video that we were going to make a portable chicken coop, similar to Joel Salatin's Egg
right.
Mobile, and run the chickens through the new garden and get them to work the ground. The chickens are not going to plow or till anything. But they will.
Turn the dirt
maybe
over.
the first half inch of the dirt
If
they
that.
would, but they would definitely weed it for us.
Yeah, they'd weed it.
And then I was going to till it and then tarp it. That was my plan. And then move the chickens around. And
Which
then
we still are going to
we're
move the
still
chickens
going to do
around.
that. Yes, we're still going to do that. But then while we were live on the last podcast, you said, why don't we get pigs?
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, that's a good idea. And we talked about maybe getting coonies. And now that's changed to us possibly getting 2 Berkshire crosses.
That's right. They're about 98% Berkshire.
Yes.
I don't know how you figure that, but that's what he told me.
But they would, a pig, especially a full-size pig, would really work the ground and till it up for us.
Well, we have a friend that raises coonies. And so I reached out to her and I asked her what she thought about using a cooney for a tillage pig. And she said, well, and now she sells pigs.
Yes.
She said, in her opinion, a cooney mixed with a guinea hog would be a better alternative than just a straight cooney because their snout's kind of short.
Mm-hmm.
So here we are starting to get into mixed breeds. Well, if we're going to do mixed breeds, then why don't we do something that can actually get the job done?
Well, plus that, we would raise the coonies and get registered coonies and then possibly sell coonies, right?
Right.
But if you got a cooney American guinea hog,
nobody wants that.
Nobody's going to want it.
Not to say nobody wants it, but
that's true.
In
not
our
to say
area, we don't have.
We had registered guinea hogs, and we couldn't give them away.
We had a hard time.
Once
the restaurant was no longer in business, and we could not find a USDA approved processor in our area to process the pigs without driving 3 hours one way.
Right.
Then we were trying to sell the offspring as registered piglets, and we weren't asking much for them, like $100.
Yeah, registered American guinea hogs.
$100, okay, and we couldn't sell them.
We couldn't get rid of them. We could not get rid of them.
We ended up giving like 5 of them to our friend Terry.
Yeah, that's right. We gave her some, and then we processed some for ourselves.
We gave some away.
It was a mess.
Process. It was a mess. We just figured out that.
And well, go ahead.
No, I don't know what I was going to say.
But then too,
did you bring some water?
Oh man, I can go get you some.
No, that's okay.
Then I was thinking, well, not only that, a guinea hog takes a while to get up to weight,
and we want a
and
garden.
They're still not that big. So why would in the world will we feed a guinea hog cooney mix,
right.
and then if we decide to process it,
yes,
you're not going to get much off of it.
That's right.
So we were like, well, let's try something else. We did some research. Then Berkshire's came up, which will be a 300-pound pig.
That's right. And we want a garden for next year. Next spring, we want to be able to plant in it.
Right.
And so if we had cooney, American guinea hog, even just straight American guinea hog, 1 year from now, that pig is not going to be ready.
Right.
1 year from now, it's going to be May. We want to be planted.
That's right. We want this thing rolling. So that's why we said, well, let's get a big pig breed.
We've never raised big pigs.
Never raised big pigs.
Guinea hogs is the biggest we've
And
raised.
our male was probably pushing
300.
He was getting up there.
He was about 250.
He was getting but he was probably 3 years old, 4 years old.
He was
old,
older. Yeah.
But he was getting up there. He was especially for a guinea hog. He was a big boy. He was maxed out about as big as you can get when it comes to pigs, and we fed him well.
So upon research, we found that a Berkshire is a good rooting pig.
Good rooting pig. They're not aggressive.
That's right.
And
they'll grow a little faster than that guinea hog.
And they call them the Wagyu of pigs.
So we found a couple, actually not too far from us.
Right.
Surprisingly. And I felt like that was just a sign that we were supposed to raise these pigs because nothing else was available. Couldn't find coonies. When we originally started looking, I found Berkshires.
Found some Berkshires.
Called the guy. Yes, ma'am, I still have a couple. So we started talking to him, and we figured out that this might be the solution to our problem.
And he's a fan of the channel.
And he's a fan of the channel.
Which was crazy. He said, "Oh, I know who Jason is."
Jason's hilarious. That's what he said. Jason's hilarious, and I was like, well, "What about Brooke? You know who she is?" I didn't say that.
Oh, that's funny.
But I'm always the communicator. I'm always the driver. It's just I don't know why. It's just the way it works.
Yeah.
And
well, we've talked about it before. I have social anxiety. So one-on-one is tough for me, and you just taking over that role.
Yeah, I just fill those shoes. And so picked up the phone, called Farmer Chris, and we are on the list for 2 Berkshires.
2 Berkshires. So that is more than likely what is going to happen.
It's going to happen. I've ordered them.
We got.
I don't know what we're going to do.
Right.
I ordered the pigs.
So we're going to get a fence built where the garden's going to go, and we're going to put a hot wire or hot wires in it. And once they get big enough to go out there, then we're going to take them out there.
Yes, they'll start off here.
Yeah.
We're going to get 2 males, and he's going to cut them for us.
Yes.
So we will not have any
hormones and no tainted meat or anything
that's
like
right.
that.
We felt like they would get a cut male would get bigger faster than a female. We wanted 2. They can be alone, but we wanted them to be happy and compete for food.
Right.
Such as that. So we do have 2. What we'll do with them, we're not sure yet, but they will serve their purpose as tilling the garden, and they won't have names.
Yeah. They
just
would,
because we don't know their future.
Right.
So I am eager to see what's going to happen when they get their snouts in there to turn that dirt over. And
yeah, I'm anxious to see what the dirt knob is going to look like and all this when it's all done. Plus, they'll be fertilizing it for us.
That's right.
We even talked about once they move on is bring the chickens in right behind them and let the chickens kind of get all that mixed all in and do their thing, and then probably till the garden and turn the dirt over and start tarping it and getting it ready to plant.
I'm hoping that this time next year we have peaches and cream corn this tall over there.
Yes. Oh yeah. That's true.
The area that we're looking at is a little over an acre. It's about 1.25 acres. Is that what we figured?
Yeah, that's it was like almost a 1 1/4 acres.
And what do you think your garden is now?
Oh, I told you I did the square footage. I'm going from, and I think I said that in the video too. I'm going from.
I've never heard it.
1,200 square foot is what I got now, roughly, to over 50,000 square foot. So no, is it 12? I think it's 1,000 square foot. It's 35 by 35, so it's 1,000 square foot to 50,000 square foot. So I'm going
49 times bigger.
Bigger, way bigger.
49 times bigger.
It's gonna be way bigger.
Wow.
So yeah, it's gonna be big. But also, we talked about too. I like to put, I like to have blackberry vines.
Oh, yeah.
And all that's gonna go in there. This area, I believe. I'll know more once the fence is up and I can kind of see it and all that.
We've got the fence in our cart to be purchased.
Yes, we do got the fence in our cart. That's right.
We're waiting to get a call from farmer to tell us that our pigs are ready.
Yep.
And then we're going to pick up the stuff from our cart.
Yep.
And we'll start working on fence at the new property while the pigs live here.
Yes.
Until we get the area ready for them. We want it to be safe and secure with a hot wire so they can't get out. We got to have a pig feeder. We got to have a water. We got to have charger, wire installed before they go over there.
Yes.
And they'll be about 10 weeks, I think, when we get them.
Something like that.
10 or 11 weeks.
Yep.
So this is going to be new for us and new for y'all from us.
Yes.
So those of you that have raised Berkshires, tell us what your experience is.
Tell us what your experience is. Because all we've done is guinea hogs, and we did guinea hogs for about 3 or 4 years.
That's right. So, we have pig background. We're not pig stupid. But,
right.
We're big pig lack of knowledge.
Yeah, we've never had a big pig.
So this is going to be new to us, and I'm excited.
I am excited. I feel like this is why we bought the 40 acres.
Exactly. And you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere.
We know we can't build a house tomorrow, but we can build a fence.
We can build a fence, and we can have they can have fresh water and feed every day, and we can. The farm is not that far from where we are now, so we can go over there every day and check on them.
And
so
how many T-posts do we have here already?
Oh gosh, we got hundreds of T-posting.
So we won't have to buy T-posts.
No.
All we have in our cart is fencing,
corner posting, and fencing.
T-post. That's what we've got so many of here.
Oh yeah, T-posts we got, but in our cart we got corner post and fencing.
That's right. So our next project will be getting the garden fence up, because we want to, when those pigs are not in there anymore, we want to protect it from our animals,
Yeah.
dogs, cats,
gophers, rabbits,
anything.
whatever.
We don't want them to have just full reign to
Right.
it. Now, a fence is not going to stop a deer. If a deer wants to get in there, it'll get in there. But hopefully it will deter enough to tell them to move on.
Right. Well, I plan on putting my flags back around it too.
Sure thing, man.
Yeah.
We need to go
I've
ahead and
had-
get those ordered.
You know, I've had a lot of people say, we love your farm. We like the quirkiness of it, the
Whimsical.
whimsical of it, and
We
are
hate
y'all
to see y'all move.
we're taking that. That's not going to change because that's within us. We're whimsical people, so it's going to be whimsical out there. I can promise you that.
Somebody sent a message and wanted to know, could I send y'all a license plate? Would you put it up? Well, I'm about to start taking license plates down
Yeah,
because
I'm glad
they're
you
going
mentioned
with
that.
us.
Yeah, I was going to tell y'all guys that we've had a lot of license plates come in the last few weeks or
we
last
haven't
month.
put them up because
And I don't want to put them up because we're going to take them right back down because we're going to put them on the other structures at our new farm.
I think we, we might need some hired help.
For license plates removal?
No. For a farm hand. I was just thinking that we need to get those windows open up in the barn and get that stuff that's stored in there out, and we can start hanging the license plate on the bottom part,
Yeah, we
the
can.
part that doesn't open.
Also, I'm thinking about putting them on the chicken coops.
Oh,
we
they're
got
going
coming.
everywhere. They're going everywhere.
Yeah.
Keep
That's what I'm
the
thinking.
license plates coming.
We're going to hang them up. I'm sure there's a lot of you guys have sent us some and say, hey,
Why
we
hadn't
need
it?
to
I
hang
bet
our
they threw
license
it
plate.
away. We
I'm
didn't throw it away. I got a stack of them like this
We
on my dryer.
got the license plates. Matter of fact, somebody messaged me today or yesterday and said, can I send you a license plate? And I was like, bring it. Yes, send us the license plate.
We're going to do something
but
cool
we're
with
not
them
going to put them up until
we relocate.
until we move. Yeah,
You know where we got a cool one from just a few weeks ago?
it was somewhere way off.
The Bahamas.
The Bahamas, yeah, just cool.
It's bright yellow.
Yeah,
So I mean, every time we get a license plate, I smile
yeah. It is.
because it's kind of us. I mean, nobody I know of does license plates, and we feel like it's just a
And it's funny how
appreciation
the license plate started. Is we've been hanging them
for years.
before we even had before we even had the YouTube channel, and everything. I hung them up, all the old license plates. Plus, I worked at the car dealership. We had stacks of them where people would trade their car in, and the license plate wasn't any good. So, and I would get the old dealer tags, and I would just collect them, and I would just start putting them all over our structures here. And fans started seeing them in
And
the
sending 'em.
videos. And then out of the blue, I started getting license plates in the mail. I never asked for license plates. All they did was just see them, just random all over the place. And that's how I got started.
Well, I just think they're cool, and it just brings a smile to my face every time I see one. I don't care
know.
if we've already got the state.
Yeah, I don't care.
It doesn't matter. If you see a Florida one, we can use 33 Florida
It doesn't
ones.
matter. We love the license plates.
I don't know why. I just do.
Well, I feel like that
It's a part of our fan.
it is. It's a connection. This person took the time out of their day to package that license plate up, pay for this postage, go to the post office, and ship it to us. And 99.9% of the time, there's a nice letter in there that
Yeah.
we read, and it's just that connection with the fans, and it's just so awesome.
Do you remember that one that I bought at a yard sale that time?
License plate?
Yeah.
Which one was it? The German one or something?
It's foreign and it's shaped like a square instead of a
I think
rectangle.
it's German. I think that's a German one.
I don't know, but this was way back.
A long time ago.
And I like license plates even then.
Yeah.
And I bought it at a yard sale, and I bought a couple at the Salvation Army.
Yes.
Just because I think they're cool.
Yeah, I think they're cool too. It's just
So-
that whimsical stuff that we like, and that's going with us 100%.
And some of y'all might think we're weirdos, but that's okay. We're weirdos. We don't take the insult to that.
No.
We like being different. We like things that are not like your ordinary,
Yeah.
out of the ordinary. I also, and I probably shouldn't say this, collect bottle caps.
She does collect bottle caps. She's been collecting bottle caps because at some point she thinks that we're going to make a countertop with the bottle caps and then put clear resin over top of it. They'd have a colorful countertop at some point in our life.
At one time, I had a few bars.
She did.
And I would ask them to
Not
say,
in this town. I'm talking about out of town.
"You're here to pick up the bottle caps?"
Mm-hmm.
I've got bags of bottle caps, and I don't care what they are. I like the randomness of it. One day I sorted them all by color.
You did.
I put them all in bags. I must have thought I was real close to making a table.
You must have. I don't know what you was thinking.
I got bags of them, bags of bottle caps. So I'm just.
I was trying to think what table we were going to do that in.
Well, we thought the camper first, the little camper.
Oh, that's what it was.
The little Yellowstone, and then that didn't work out, and so now I'm thinking Airstream.
We thought about the Airstream too.
Yeah,
that resin's really expensive. It sounds like it would be
I've watched lots of how-to videos.
Yeah, I have too, and it sounds like it would be an inexpensive way to make an awesome countertop, but that bar top resin is not cheap.
It's not cheap, and I think it takes a good bit of it.
It takes a good bit of it.
Because a bottle cap is about that thick. So
Yeah.
you got to think, you see restaurants when they're covering pictures or whatever, or cards.
That's right.
What are they called? Business cards.
Business cards.
But this is a bottle cap that's like that thick. So that would
Yep.
take, what are you looking at?
I'm checking the timer.
Oh, don't check the timer. Keep talking.
I know our new camera doesn't have a timer on it.
the timer.
Okay. And I was looking over here.
Don't worry about the time. You relax, okay? You
Okay,
get to sleep
okay.
in tomorrow.
That's right. I am going to cut the air conditioner on, though.
So, another thing that we have found out that we want to have on the farm is, well, we had a visitor.
Yes, we had a visitor come by.
Actually, it's a lady, and she lives down the road from where our land is. And she said that she noticed some pinpoints that were in some of our videos, and she thought, hey, I know where that place is. I swear, I think that's it. So she said she had her grandson with her and said, hey, I want you to watch this video and see if you don't think this is it. And so she came back by, and then the grandson assured her, yes, that's it. So she sent me a message on Facebook, and she said, hey, I'm such and such. I live right down the road from y'all. I just wanted to introduce myself, and if y'all ever need anything, to let me know. Well, that's great to know, because everybody we have met has been super friendly.
So nice.
We've had people stop, roll down the window, say, welcome to the community. Glad to have y'all. I mean, it's just
this past week, after she came by and introduced herself and told us a ton of great information, I was cleaning the fence row, which is on the roadside, and she was on the tractor. And while I'm cleaning the fence row, I had 3 people honk the horn, and it wasn't a honk like get out of the way honk. It was boop boop, waving honk. And I was like, hey.
Well,
it was just so nice.
Well, we're kind of off the beaten path here,
Yes,
where we are.
No traffic here.
We don't see any cars. We don't see any traffic. We just, we're on a dead end street. It's just kind of down in the woods. But after she came by and introduced herself, she also told us about a large animal veterinarian that lives right down the road.
Right down the road, and he would come to our farm, when we need him. And I cannot tell y'all how relieved, I am because of this.
Well, she sent me a message prior to meeting her in person and told me this. She said, I've got a number and name if you'd like to, like me to give it to you one day. And I was like, give it to me right now, please. And so that day I jotted it down and was so thankful. Well, then she came by this past week and introduced herself. And she also told us that she has cows and horses.
She has cows and horses. And from our conversation, I maybe shouldn't say this, but from our conversation, she acted like she lived by herself.
She didn't live by herself, but she acted like she was the caretaker.
Okay.
And
which I was extremely impressed with, by the way.
Yes.
That's why I was like, man, this
woman's got it going on.
This woman has got it going on.
Yes, I felt the same way.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see myself in her because I felt
could.
like, not that I don't need you. I don't mean that. I need you 100%. I need you. I don't mean that at all, that I don't need him. But she acted like she was the one that was she told us about a feed place she buys her feed from.
Which she gave us some great information on that.
She sent me a message yesterday and told me that we could have her horse and cow manure for the garden for fertilizer.
Upon our conversation with her, she was like, I don't know how it came up, but
about
cows came up.
She raises cows every year for herself and her daughter.
Yes.
And she said that it takes about 1.5 years to grow them out to over 1,000 pounds.
And I think it was a Black Angus Sims mix.
I think that's correct. All I know is Black Angus. That other word, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I think it's
Maybe wrong.
SEMMES.
We
We're cow
know
dumb.
zero about cattle. Zero.
But we do know that we have never had space here to have a cow.
Correct.
Or 2 or 3. And now that we could see the window expanding, here we were going from pigs to now possibly cows.
She really, really opened our eyes up from talking to her. You know, she was like, we could easily do it on our property.
'Cause she had 7 acres, and she had 2 horses, if I'm not mistaken, and 3 cows.
I think that's right.
And she said that she keeps them fed with round bale hay. She keeps them fed feed-wise.
Mm-hmm.
I know somebody that I can get you a couple of cows from.
Same ones I got.
This conversation's getting better and better.
We were like, wow.
Large animal veterinarian down the street.
We got 40 acres.
40 acres.
So,
we got a horse trailer we can go pick them up in.
So, we were like, we possibly can raise 2 cows.
Yes. And if y'all haven't realized, their food is just changing.
We want to be as sustainable as possible and to grow as much of our own food as possible as we can. That's why
right.
the garden's going to be so much bigger. That's why we have we changed our idea on the pig situation, and now the possibility of us getting 2 cows.
That's right. I mean, I feel like I'm born in the wrong era almost.
Yeah, we've said it a lot.
I mean, we haven't said it on the air.
No,
but
we haven't said it on the air, but yeah.
My great grandmother, who lived to be 101.
Yep.
She lived off the land. And I just feel like that's when we should have been born.
I agree.
I feel like we should have struggled.
Yeah.
Like they did.
Yep.
And not have everything put in front of us.
That's right. Well, like Granddaddy. Granddaddy's 98.
It was a different lifestyle then. And I want to go back to that and be more self-sufficient and not be so dependent on somebody else doing everything for you and knowing where my food comes from. I mean, I know where it comes from, but
right.
Knowing where my food comes from. Does that make sense?
That, and plus too, after, this past year with everything that's going on,
that's
and
opened everybody's eyes.
That's open, we were already doing it, but we wasn't all in doing, you know what I mean?
That's right.
And then, here was it, a chicken shortage now?
Yeah, I mean,
so what could be
on
next?
national news. I know some of y'all might say there's no chicken shortage. Well, it's been on the national news that there has been a restaurant chicken shortage.
Restaurant chicken shortage, yes.
And
which is going to trickle down, I would think.
Yeah, I mean, it might not happen overnight, but to me that you see what's happening with lumber.
Yeah.
What if that happens with groceries?
With lumber, I was in the automotive business. Right now, dealerships are struggling getting cars on the lot.
Not only that, but look at the price of used cars.
Yeah, used car market's crazy because there's none out there, and that's why the used car market's crazy. Used cars are almost costing as much, if not more, than new cars, which is insane.
It is. I mean, if you got a good car and you want some cash, you go sell it because you're going to get a pretty penny for it.
Dealerships are paying top dollar for used vehicles.
Used vehicles, and then the new car market is there. If you want a red one, you're probably not going to find what you want.
Yeah, because there's hardly any out there.
And if you want to order it, it's not going to be here in 2021.
Yep, because when the virus came out, the manufacturers shut down.
I know a lot of people think, oh, that's not it, this, that, and the other, but that's the bottom line. That's the facts. That's what happened. There were people out of work and they weren't producing, and no matter how you look at it, it's going to affect all markets.
And I'm sure they're having trouble getting stuff in, metal, all the stuff to build the cars. And it's just trickled down. It's just one thing after another.
And I want to be able to support myself.
Yes.
My family. When there's not a box of Ritz crackers on the shelf, I can say, hey, well, I got some squash chips right here.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying.
I mean, that freeze dryer has come in handy already.
Gosh.
And just wait till we have vegetables galore.
I know it. I know. I'm so excited. And I know it's going to be a lot of work. And
you ain't afraid to work, are you?
No. And I don't know. It's just,
it's fun work, though.
It is fun work. And just thinking about it gets me excited, knowing that we can, nearly about, and I can't say we can 100% grow our own food, but we can come pretty darn close.
Well, we're getting closer.
Yeah.
We're getting closer as days go on, and that's where I want to be. I don't like the idea of eating processed things,
Right.
with a lot of preservatives, and I don't think that contributes to our health in a positive way.
No, but just think once we got the goats going, we can have our own goat milk.
Well, that's the plan.
Yeah.
And we got a video coming out this week that will be about our goats.
We
some
do
of our
got to be
goats.
That's right.
No, they're not going to the table. They will never go. Everything that we raise here on our farm right now is pets.
Yeah, they're all pets.
They're all pets. And we've had a lot of questions here lately. Do we eat any of our animals? We do not. These are all pets. Anything that goes on the new farm, that may be different because we're having a different mentality.
And plus, we got the room to do it with, too.
We got the
so much,
room,
yeah.
and it's just, times are changing.
Times are changing. And for those that don't know, we were an actual profitable working farm where we raised forest-raised chickens for a restaurant, and it was a high-end restaurant, high-end catering service, and we raised the pigs, forest-raised pigs,
Yep.
and we tinkered around with rabbits,
And we raise quail.
and we raised quail. So, we have raised food before.
Yeah, and we've
for
processed it ourselves,
Yeah.
and we're not afraid of doing that. But it's just that we feel like our time with that is over. The restaurant and the catering company both went out of business due to COVID, and we just felt like we needed to focus our attention on something else, and
Yep.
that's what we did.
That's what we did.
So, will we ever raise meat chickens again? Probably not. Only for ourselves if we ever did.
Yeah, it would not be on a mass
It
scale.
would not be
like
on a
we were
business
doing. Yeah.
scale. It's just not anything we're interested in
Right.
doing. We can sure do it.
We can sure do it.
We can sure do
Yep.
it. That was some hard work, and it made ends meet during time of need, and we provided to those who needed it.
Yep.
But it's just not anything that I want to do again.
Right.
We did it for what, 5 or 6 years?
5, I know.
5 years.
Yeah, for at least 5 years.
And
Before we had the YouTube channel, we were doing it. And
sure.
we hit 5 years on YouTube in July.
we did it for a while.
We did it for a while.
It was.
And we did pigs for a while too. And here we go we did not like the pigs. Here we are getting 2 pigs, but the difference is we're going from 15 pigs.
Well, we were trying
to
we were trying to produce them to market weight to sell to a restaurant and a catering company.
Yeah.
And it was a lard breed that was heritage breed that took a long time to grow out. So to make that work was not going to happen at this farm.
No, it wasn't happening here.
If we had done this on the 40 acres, we might still be doing it.
Yeah, that's true.
But that doesn't mean I want a breeding pair of pigs.
No, I don't want to breed pigs anymore. Because they multiply fast.
They do.
I can see why. That they're an invasive species in certain parts of the country.
Me too, because when that male wants to get to that female, I don't care what you have, it's not gonna hold him back.
It's not gonna hold him back, and then she'll have 10 to 12 babies.
That's right.
And then those female piglets
Can be bred at an early age.
very quickly. Like, gosh, I forget what it was. Before you know it. Yeah.
So this is the reason, I guess, that I'm wearing the Peaches shirt and he's wearing the Naked Hog shirt.
I just noticed that.
I did have my Naked Hog shirt on, but I had unloaded some feed.
It was funny is that we went to get this dog kennel, and
we looked like Twinkies.
And we didn't even. We were already almost there. We stopped to grab something to drink. And we looked, and I said, "You got the same shirt I got on, except hers was gray."
And I had to get some goat feed today while Jason was editing his video, and the feed bags are yellow and orange. And I have a tendency to hug the bag like this to save my back. And when I do, I look down at my shirt and it's all yellow and orange. It's not permanent. It comes out in the wash. But that's why I didn't wear it on the podcast. Okay. Nobody wanted to see that.
Wes would have been happy, wouldn't he?
Yeah, but Wes, it's dirty. It's not that I'm... We love the Naked Hog. So matter of fact, my mom asked, how can she get a Naked Hog shirt?
I got to tell Wes that. I think I know he's got a Teespring shop, so...
Well, for y'all that want a Naked Hog shirt, check out Wes's Teespring.
That's right. And check out their YouTube channel. He's putting out some good stuff, especially gardening. He's
He's freeze drying a lot too, isn't he?
He just got a freeze dry. I don't know if he's done any videos on it or not, but that man is a freeze drying machine.
Makes us look pitiful, don't he?
I thought we were freeze drying a lot.
I know it.
He's freeze drying a lot.
So y'all tell us what your experience is with Berkshires and
A couple of cows. A
Couple of
small
cows.
homestead that's raised.
no 600 head.
I don't want no cow farmer come on here and telling me I'm crazy. I'm doing it wrong. I'm not.
And don't try to talk us out of pigs because they're already on order.
Everybody got them coming.
They're coming.
They're coming.
All right.
But I would like to know y'all experience on a couple of cows.
Yeah, well, I just need to know about the pigs first.
I ain't worried about the pigs.
You're
I
not?
can handle pigs.
Oh, we can handle it. I'm not talking about that. I want to know
Oh,
if
the
they're going
Berkshire's
to
a
do a
good one?
job.
Yeah.
Do a good job with the tilling.
Yeah, because we never had Berkshires.
No. I mean, I know they can turn some dirt over. There's no doubt about that.
Got to.
And if they wear this area out, we got 39 more acres for them.
That's true.
Work
I don't
on.
think, and I'm not quite sure how I'm going to set up. I don't know if I'm going to turn them loose in the whole acre and a quarter or acre and a half, how big it is, or if I'm going to do it in sections. I don't know.
Turn them loose.
Turn them loose?
Yep.
We'll turn them loose.
We fixing to turn this loose.
Y'all be good.